Hi.
Good
evening, everyone.
It's so amazing to have you all here.
Yes.
People who are going to join us live, who have already joined us live, and people who are going to watch the recording. All of you are really, truly welcome from the bottom of my heart.
Yes.
Like I've told you before, I would again like to introduce myself. I'm Nutan. I'm a career coach and a life coach.
I'm Dheeraj, a life coach, business coach, and also a spiritual coach.
Both of us together form our beautiful partnership firm. We are life partners. We also have a partnership firm called as ND Life Coaching.
Yes.
What do we do in this? So basically, when I say career means I'm here to help you ace your career.
Absolutely. And this entire session is all about how to ace your career. And if you see, every week we are coming up with some important topics that will help you to ace your career.
So post-COVID, there's come one basic change in the workforce. Of course, that's not happened in the manufacturing industry. It's all to do with service industry,
yes.
software, IT, digital,
yes.
all these worlds which can be operated from a distant location or a remote location. And that's called as work from home.
Absolutely. As you know, the whole world, most of the people working in the industry have experienced something new called as work from home. And that's become a very integral part of our life. It's not anymore that it's going to be changed. So it might be hybrid, it might be work from home. So it's going to continue now either forever or for a very long time. And then we realize that why not? Today we talk about how can you really
work from home
effectively. That's more important.
So we all know that even giants like Google, Amazon,
yes,
name the company in IT software, they've all still continued with this model, either work from home completely or they can do it hybrid. Infosys is calling people to come to the offices because they believe that engagement, physical distance, physical being in the same physical environment encourages you, helps you give in your best. So they're still calling in people. But dear friends, work from home is going to remain a reality.
Yes.
Either it'll be full work from home or it'll be a hybrid model. That's why it's really important for us to understand how to work from home. Now, we all know that there are advantages and disadvantages to anything new that starts up.
Sure.
So work from home is a new norm. What are the advantages? Well, I stay at one particular location. I have a house there. I keep changing my jobs. I can't keep changing my house, right? So my distance varies. So I have seen people, they have 1.5 hour travel one way and they return back 1.5 hour.
Very true.
While returning back, it's monsoon time. The roads get blocked. There is a traffic jam. You feel frustrated. By the time you reach home, you're exhausted.
Very true.
But work from home gives you the opportunity to just come from one room to the other and start working. So you're literally in 30 seconds in your office.
Absolutely.
So that's the advantage. You can save these 4 hours. Another advantage for work from home is basically for people mid-age. So like I said, we specialize more in mid-age segment. Mid-age is people with 12 to 15 years of experience, men or women, same. So mid-age people, what are their personal life challenges? They have children going to school, doing certain things, to be dropped and picked up from the classes, senior citizens to take care. So parents are there at home. So, while we are working from home, these responsibilities also can be managed quite easily. Earlier, parents would really be worried if they had to leave their own small little kid with some person just taking care of her alone. Now, when I'm there at home and there is a person taking care of my child, I feel more secured and protected because I know nothing will go wrong with my child.
Yes.
I'm there to supervise. Same thing with senior citizens. I don't have to be there, but I know that everything is being taken care. If they need, I can just reach out to them just like that. So, that are the advantages of work from home. And possibly that is why so many people, in spite of the company giving an option of returning back to work life in the offices, in their physical presence, they are still not okay with that idea. They're okay with working from home.
Yep.
What is the disadvantage? Well, disadvantage is you're sitting in the house working. Do you think it's easy? No, it's not easy because there's so much distraction, right? Expectations from the family member because you're existing in the house, right? So why the hell can you just not get up and give me a glass of water or do certain things? So that becomes difficult to handle.
Very true.
The other aspect is from the employer. लैपटॉप घर पे ही पड़ा है, तुम भी घर पे ही बैठे हो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, 9 बजे खोल के लैपटॉप जवाब दे दो, just write an email, how does it matter,
Very
right?
true.
So it is, of course, like I said, advantages and disadvantages. So in that case, how do we really ensure that we still are productive, performing very well, so that we can keep acing in our career?
Absolutely.
So if you want to ace in your career and take the advantage of this work from home, whether it's a hybrid or a full week office, or it is full week work from home, how do you really manage to do very well? So work from home, we all know, came situational.
Yes.
But for us, fortunately, we did work from home because we are life coaches. Same thing is true for many people who are solopreneurs or freelancers. They have been working from home because they don't want to, for some people, it is about the cost factor. They don't have the money. They have just started business. So it's much easier that way to save money.
True.
Same thing has been for employers also. So why this hybrid model has come in, or they're wanting their employees to be home and work if they are performing very effectively, is because it really is a huge cost saving tool. I know of certain companies who had bought huge offices just pre-COVID, renovating it, decorating it, bringing it to the liking of the employee, creating huge cafe shops, and all that happened. And COVID put it shut, and they have leased it out to others. So they have not continued to retain the office.
True.
Because it's a damn expensive thing. So if this is an advantage that I can work from home, whether I'm a solopreneur, whether I'm a startup, I'm just starting business, I have some idea, I want to do something, I'm providing service, I'm a digital marketing guy, social media guy,
Very true.
I can still work from home. So it's just not for employees in the corporate world. It's also for business guys who have just started their business and they know they can manage it from their house. How do we work home effectively? So the first most important thing is to maintain boundaries.
Yes.
Establish, draw strong boundaries. When I say boundaries means what? I'm talking about physical boundaries, time and space both. So all of us know that brain is something which you need to guide or navigate. If you don't do, it could create chaos. So I need to navigate my brain to tell him that I'm working now, right? That's how it gets into the mode of activation and starts thinking efficiently. That is why it's important for us to first create a physical space in the house.
Yes.
This is my space for my work. Now, not everyone could afford a different room altogether. Like we are sitting in a room, we have created it as an office in our house. So it's easy for us. Everyone may not have that liberty. I understand that. But even then, a table and a chair somewhere in some corner of your house, that physical space that when I sit here, I'm working.
Yes.
So drawing a boundary in terms of physical space. Second important thing is drawing boundary in terms of timing. Just because I'm working from home doesn't mean I can work anytime. That really makes you very irregular and ill-disciplined and creates a lot of lifestyle challenges later. Young crowd, especially, they would be facing this challenge who have stayed home for 2 years. Either they were working crowd or they were studying in colleges. Now they are joining the workforce. They just lost sense of timing. When to get up, when to sleep, what to do. Nothing is there.
Very true.
Now getting back to the normal routine has become so damn difficult. But believe me, lifestyle changes creates an impact long-term. And if you don't want to have that long-term wrong impact on your health and your mental, emotional health, then it's better to stick to the office timing. So for example, if I had to start my work at 10, pre-COVID, without work from home option, I would actually get ready at probably 8:30, 8:45 and leave for work. I still have 1 more hour when I'm working from home. But I should know that I should be at my desk at 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Why? Because I sit there like an office, clear my table, arrange everything in order, look at my laptop, start it so that at 10 I'm on. If I'm not keeping those work timings, and same thing is the end time. Not every day, you don't have to stretch yourself. So if your work office is 10 to 6, 10 to 8, those timings you should actually be sitting on your desk and working. Just because there is no one noticing, you can just move around here, there. It may help you in short term because you feel you have the liberty, you have the freedom, but it's affecting your working style, your efficiency. Somewhere you start compromising on your own standards. Don't do that. So create a physical space and create a routine of timing. This is the time you will log in. This is the time you will step out. Right? That's very important. Otherwise, you will not be able to accomplish the tasks that you've set for yourself, whether the target that's come from the company for an employee or solopreneurs, business startups, service guys who are delivering some kind of services. It becomes very difficult to maintain those timings. And that is where the ball starts rolling downward.
Very true.
So if you don't want to do that, then draw these boundaries. That's number one. Number two, it's very, very important to take care of your physical and mental health. Do you want to add on something on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think number two is exercise. It's very important that no matter what, because it's work from home, it's important that we do some kind of exercise. Because if you don't do the morning exercise, especially when you get up in the morning is, I think, the most important aspect of our life. Most of the successful that I had the fortune to meet, interact, listen, read, are all people who are morning people. So morning, their day starts very early. And the first thing that everybody in the morning does, either they meditate or they do some form of physical exercise. So both mental and physical health is taken care. And that's why, no matter what, no matter how tired we are, no matter how late we sleep, but early morning we get up and the first thing we do a morning meditation and then we go for our 1 hour exercise. That is something is important because work from home as such, it is not that easy, okay? Because you don't have that kind of environment. There are a lot of distractions and you don't feel that great because when you were working in a company where you were hundreds of thousands of people there, like especially you were working with big giant corporations, there are thousands of people working, coming, going, sitting around you. There's an environment there. But when it comes to home, you don't have that kind of environment because 2003, when I started my business, it was, and I could not even afford kind of room or something like this. I had selected a corner of my hall and then I had kept a table and a small stool, not even stable stool. I sat down, I kept my, that time, that new laptop I had taken. And then it was not that great environment. It was not that amazing environment. So I have to ensure that I keep myself in a great state. And that's why mentally being healthy is very important. Otherwise, you'll feel dull. Otherwise, you will feel low. Otherwise, you will not feel that energetic. And we live in a world where there is so much to perform, so much of expectations, so much of competition going on there. Now, if I want to deliver, if I want to give my best, it's extremely important that I exercise. I do something with my body at least 40, 45 minutes every day. And at least 20 minutes, you do something to do mental exercise. You ensure that physically and mentally, both you are healthy so that you avoid in future any kind of serious illnesses.
Right, absolutely right. So physical exercise could be yoga, could be gym, could be running, walking, jogging, swimming, anything.
Yes.
That you can step out, even spot jogging.
Yes.
Anything that you can do to move your body physically because you're sitting at one place, you're not moving.
Yes.
See, offices, what happens is we have colleagues all around. So you just get up to talk to each other.
And you have huge offices. So even if you move in the offices, there's so much of steps of walking happen. Per house, we have such small houses. Where are we going to move? How much distance will be covered?
Plus, there is a requirement of fresh air.
Yes.
So once you step out of the house, you know how it feels so different.
Yes.
When you are in that fresh air early in the morning, going for your walk or jog, or you're just opening your doors and windows and doing yoga with that fresh breathe.
Absolutely.
That air that you breathe fresh, it really creates a beautiful impact on your brain, and that brain releases amazing chemicals which keep you happy, excited, energetic.
Even today now, what we do is both of us have a habit. After every session, like we do life coaching sessions, after every session, we ensure, because it's sometimes 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So ideally, I say 90 minutes, get up. Just get up. Just take few steps, walk few steps, or do some stretching stuff. Okay, just stretch your body. Take some deep breath. If not, do like this. Do this 10, 3 steps 3 times. Something that you will breathe more oxygen. You know why? Because when you're sitting in front of the computer, you don't breathe. You breathe shallow. You don't take enough breathing also. Or just go in a balcony if you have that. Take some fresh air. And now it's the most beautiful season going on, guys. Rainy season. Wow. You love, like, it's rains going on here. I'm sure many part rains are going on. It's like, wow, it's amazing. Same thing you need to do. You need to enjoy. Just go out there, or probably, if you want a small cup of green tea. I'm a green tea guy. You can just, like, I go in my balcony sometimes, and especially rainy seasons, I take a sip of my green tea. It feels nice, and again come back. So important is that you don't need to sit there for hours. Ensure that you have a 5 minutes break, and then in that 5 minutes, either you're stretching, you're moving around, or you're just breathing.
And for people who are fortunate that they can look at the window outside and there's greenery, or in the balcony there's greenery,
Yep.
it's amazing, because it's really
Eyes.
a relief for your eyes.
Absolutely.
Sitting in front of the laptop, you're really harming your eyes. We are also putting on our earplugs so that we don't have, we don't let the disturbance of house reach out to the office, or
True.
office, what you're discussing, reach out to our family members. But then the ears hurt, right?
Yep.
So if you want to take care of your eyes and your ears, it's a great thing that you get up after every 90 minutes and give them some freshness.
Yes.
Let the ears be released for some time. Let the
Yes.
eyes see some greenery. They'll feel better.
Yes.
Give some stretch so that your body, generally you will find that backache is a big problem for people who are working,
Very true.
sitting from one place. Now you will say that I get so involved in my work that I don't realize 90 minutes. Well, great. We have certain technologies here, right? Our so-called smartphones. Just put up an alarm for 90 minutes.
Yeah, give some reminders.
And after 90 minutes, let it beep and just get up and stretch. Believe me, this 5 minutes break after every 90 minutes will keep you physically and mentally healthy.
And especially for all the young guys there, or even the mid-age people, you may feel it's not required, but it is. The simple reason is, how long do you want to play this journey?
Absolutely correct.
It's all depend on that. Do I want to play it for 10 years and then fall sick and then I'm not able to do it? Or do I want to play it for 40 years? If you're planning to work for 40 years, if you want to have a great career, a great life for 40 years, then you need to ensure, now you may be young, you may feel like, "Kuch nahi hota, nothing happens to me." But believe me, every single day, if you're not able to take that break, if you're not able to do exercise mentally and physically, there is some form of pressure that's coming on your body and that's coming on your mind, which after 10, 15 years starts putting that weight on you, and you may not even realize. And then when you really need that, when you're in a peak of your career in your 40s, and you will not be able to perform, because by 30, 35, 40, it would have been done.
And I've seen, thanks to LinkedIn, I'm connecting to new people from different parts of the country. I've seen people who become obese because they've been sitting at one place.
Very true.
I've seen people sitting on the bed and working. Now, because of that, there is a challenge with your back. You hurt your spine. Either you damage your neck or you damage your lower back. Especially females. Believe me, friends, it's really very difficult to sustain if you have damaged your spine at such an early age.
Very true.
There is a long way to go. You need to enjoy. At the end of the day, we are working so hard for what? To earn the money, to spend some good time with our family and friends.
Absolutely.
And if I can't just do that, then what is the point of really working hard and making the money, right? So it's important that you physically and mentally take care of yourself.
That's the second
physically, with exercises, mentally, with any kind of meditation. Fortunately, today there are so many such free things available. You can also go to our ND Life Coaching YouTube channel. We have a morning rhythm exercise. It's just 11, 12 minutes. You can put it on your ears and go through the whole thing.
It's a guided meditation. It's amazing. We do it every single day.
Yeah. So that's the help that we can give you. Then the third thing that we are talking about is family. Now you're operating from your home. This was not known to people before. It's still very difficult for them to digest that the mother or the father is at home and is not available, whether it is for the parents or whether it's for the child. So, we are so restricted because the child may create some kind of, you're on the Zoom call and you're coming and the child is going to come.
I know.
I think just get used to that.
It's fine.
It's absolutely normal. Everyone knows that you're working from home. The family is there. Children are small. When you just start shooing them away, keeping them away, it starts affecting them negatively. So don't do that. At the same time, communicate. We would tell our children and go, right, that mama is going for work or dad is going to the office. It's the same thing. You keep communicating to them, both senior citizens, which is your parents,
yes,
and your children. Tell them that this space, when I'm sitting here, I'm working.
Absolutely.
And that time, try and not disturb me. But even if that happens, it's okay.
It's okay. It's fine. No need to get irritated. No need to get angry, disturbed, pissed off. It's okay. We all know that this is how life is today. So if we are in a house, the kids will go roam around because they are also in the same house. Where are you going to put them?
And restricting them. Like imagine all of a sudden husband and wife both working from home.
Yeah.
Now 2 places you're occupying, and all of us are not living in such mansions or palaces,
Yeah.
right? So where will the children or the senior citizens go?
Very true.
They also need their space. You have somehow intruded in their privacy, right? When you're telling them
actually it was their house for that so many hours when you were not there. When 9 used to go and 9 used to come back, that was their house. They had all the privacy, and now you have taken the space. Imagine where those kids will be going, and you're there shunning them up, and getting angry, very pissed off. Now the child is confused.
So don't communicate with them. Don't restrict them.
True.
And communication is every single day. When you're sitting, you're chatting with them, tell them what's happening, how difficult it is. If you don't finish things on time, you'll get delayed. If you regularly communicate these things, don't just feel you've conveyed it to them once and they should understand.
Absolutely.
But they won't, because kids, so anyways, if they are young, somewhere between 3 to 5 to 7 to 8 years, it's really very difficult for them to understand that a mother, especially a mother, father, it's still okay, but a mother, she's at home, why she can't listen to me or fulfill my demands. Same way for senior citizens. They all of a sudden have their child at home and they feel that, there's something that just came in my mind. Give me 1 minute. I just want to say something.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can mute yourself if you're on a live meeting, or if you're working, you can just for a second, turn your neck, listen to them and discuss that with them later.
Very true.
But don't shoo them away. It really creates a very difficult emotional impact,
yes.
which creates a problem and you have to resolve it later.
Yeah.
We all know that all of us have started building anxiety and stress. There's so much stress that's happening.
Very true.
Because we couldn't communicate. We were disconnected from people. So now when we are resuming normal life, let the communication be
happening.
Regularly communicate to your children.
Absolutely.
And to your parents. Then one very important thing, work timings.
Yes.
Now you may feel that you're at home, so it's okay. You can log in at any time and you can step out at any time. Believe me, this will create 2 challenges. One, you lose a sense of discipline. Now, when you lose a sense of discipline, you can get up anytime, you can work anytime, you can sleep anytime. The body starts malfunctioning because it doesn't know what is happening.
Yep.
Right? There is a time when because we were working, there was a time for breakfast. There was a time for lunch. There was a time for evening snack. There was a time for dinner. Now, since I feel that I can log in at any time, I have no urgency for doing my breakfast on time. When I don't do my breakfast on time, I'm doing it later. I'm pushing my lunch later. So my entire system internally goes for a toss. So work timings are first important for your good health. Second, it is important for you to live life normally. So the children know that by this time, my mom would be available. My family, my friends know that I'll be available. So adhere to a schedule, even if you're working from home, that this is the time you're going to sit and work.
And also, I think one more important point, which I'm going to talk about which is very, very crucial, is communicate with your team.
Yes, that's the other reason.
Connection with the team. It cannot be that just because I'm sitting home, I'm in isolation. No, we are not in isolation. We need to work as a team. And that's very important that we are constantly communicating with our team. We are communicating with our people. We're connecting with them.
And that's only possible when all of us are scheduled their time.
Absolutely.
If I join at 10 and the other person is going to join at 12, how will I communicate, right?
Yes.
So it's a great thing to stay connected with the team. Otherwise, we really cannot sustain in isolation.
Yes.
Now, when I say engage and communicate with team, we all know that there are so many platforms. The companies provided Teams, Google Meet, Zoom, everything is available. The platforms given by the company.
Yes.
But most of the times people communicate with the videos off. You're just talking to a blank screen. Does that give any kind of positive emotions? No.
No, it's not that great.
So, and why people want to do that? Because they're sitting in their pajamas and working. Guys, your brain doesn't function. Believe me, it's important if you're working from home also. get up in the morning, have a bath, get into
It's-
your office clothes.
I want to understand, this is neuroscience here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only about your brain. Your brain is conditioned in a way that so many years it has been told that the moment early morning you have a bath, you have breakfast, and you wear certain clothes, now you're ready for work.
This is what we've conditioned
This
it
is
for
what
so
we
many
conditioned
years, right?
from childhood, okay? Like you have a breakfast, you have a bath, you have a breakfast, you wear uniform, which means you're supposed to go to school. And that's how you get into that mode of studying. But the same thing is with work. You have a bath, you have a breakfast, you dress up yourself. Now you're supposed to go to work. That's the brain. Now, if you don't do this, now the brain is confused because I'm not having a bath. I'm not having breakfast on
This
time.
happens.
And I'm sitting, I'm gone there and I'm starting the laptop and I'm work. And then, because the brain is confused and you're saying, why am I not able to perform? Why am I not able to deliver? Why am I not able to do my best? The reason is I am not doing what I'm supposed to do. You get up in the morning, like, I've been working for so many years, work from home. Okay, but that's a very proper disciplined schedule. Get up in the morning, do this, do this, do this. So the moment I wear my clothes and I'm in this place, the spot in this office, earlier it used to be my spot. I used to go in that spot. My brain used to know, okay, you're ready for work.
And that's how the brain performs at
Yes.
peak. Your productivity is high, your performance
Yes.
is great, the company will appreciate what you're doing. Otherwise, you feel I've stuck for 12, 14 hours.
Yeah.
But those 14 hours are not productive, dear friends, because
Absolutely.
there's so much of distraction.
So much of distraction. Your emotional state is low. You're not in your best form. So you're not working as per your fullest capacity. And that's why you're stretching so many hours. Something that could have been done in 6 hours, I'm taking 14 hours because I'm not there. I don't have the energy, enthusiasm, excitement. Nothing is there. That's why it's important that, the last important point that we are going to share with you is this.
Don't abuse the liberty.
Yes.
I know it's a harsh word. It sounds very harsh.
Yes.
But don't abuse the liberty that you got by working from home.
Home.
The best part, the character is defined when? When is your character, your integrity defined? When you're doing something when no one is watching you.
Yes.
Who are you as a person when no one is watching you defines you as a person. That's your true character or your nature.
Absolutely.
So how disciplined you are, how effective you are, how productive you are when no one is watching you. Are you really giving your best?
Absolutely.
Because dear friends, if you don't give in your best, you're not tapping your potential.
There was a nice survey that been done that why is it that majority of the people who are working, they start something of their own and 1 year down the line, they go back to work. One of the biggest reason is they could not enjoy the freedom and liberty. They could not really appreciate and value that. They took it so much for granted. They could get up whenever they want. They could go to work whenever they want. They could meet the client whenever they want. There was no kind of discipline and they could not deal with that freedom and liberty. And that was the reason why they actually, in a 1 year's time, realized that it's not working for me. You know why? Because there was no discipline. There was no seriousness. There was no commitment. You were doing because now you're free. You feel you can do whatever you want. And that's where, of course, you have a freedom. That's why you become solopreneurs or entrepreneurs or consultants or work from home option is there. But, with freedom comes responsibility. The famous movie Spider-Man. Yes. From freedom comes great responsibility. So if I have the freedom, if I have the liberty, I need to be responsible enough to understand and value that freedom, value that liberty, and make the most out of it, make the maximum out of it.
So, it is for employee as well as employers.
Yes.
For employee who has started using this as a privilege, as a right, and they want to fight against the employer. I was that day listening to one of my clients and I was laughing over it. He's a senior manager working in a great MNC culture. And now when the team has started being asked to come to work and they are fortunate that they have a hybrid model, they can choose when they want.
Yes.
When the company is asking them to come to the office on specific days, people are unhappy and they're writing back to the manager. Today, my friends have dropped in. Please give me work from home. Today, my head is aching. Please give me work from home. Dear friends, if this is a kind of behavior that you're showing, how will people take you seriously? And tomorrow when the time of appraisal or promotions will come and you will not be getting the kind of appraisal or hike that you're expecting, you will wonder you've delivered everything and why the manager did not.
Absolutely.
but the manager cannot, because this is the kind of behavior that you've shown.
Very true.
So don't be immature, don't abuse this liberty. And same thing for the employers. Just because the employee is home and the laptop is there and both of them exist at the same place, that doesn't mean there is no cutoff time.
Absolutely. So friends, to end with, the most important thing that I'm going to talk to you is that work from home is going to be there. Which means if you don't understand how to work from home, then it will be very difficult for you to ace in your career and you'll not even realize it. And you might find it after many years that what happened? Why didn't I reach at the top? Why didn't I have a great career? You know what? Because you could not deal with something which came new to you. That is work from home. So absolutely see this. Take it seriously. Don't leave it. Arey, kuch bhi bol rahe. No, we are coaches. We deal with so many people and we are realizing how much of impact it has created for people because they don't know how to deal with this concept. Either they're working a lot for many hours from morning. Like, there's a client of mine, she starts at 7 and ends at 2. What is left?
So it's again out of insecurity.
Absolutely.
Fear, right?
Or people who are just having fun and they want breaks and this and that. Both is not good. So it's important. Please see this. All those people who are watching later and all those who are already live there.
5 things that I will again repeat. First, draw your boundaries.
Yes.
Physical and mental.
Yes.
You need to have a space and a time where you're going to work. Second, very, very important to maintain your physical and emotional health, which is through exercises and meditation. Third, it's very, very important to over-communicate with your family, whether they're children or senior citizens in the house. Third, adhere to work timing so that you can communicate with your team. Believe me, engagement with people is very crucial important to work in the peak level, perform very well. You really feel liberated when you are able to interact with people. That is why you need to dress up and sit as if you're working in the office.
Yes.
And the last and the final thing, don't abuse the liberty that you get for work from home. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much for all those people who are live and all those people who are going to watch us later.
Thanks,
Thank you
Kavita,
so much.
and thanks all the people who have
Thank you so much once again giving an opportunity to serve you. And next Friday, 9 p.m. we'll see you again with another topic, which is going to be based on one thing, that is how to ace your career. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless. Good night.
See you once again.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's bye from ND Life Coaching. Bye from